Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, where we left off last time. We were headed down towards Eothas, who is monstrous, and sucking in some Adra.
You spend your whole life thinking you're a giant, and one day that fella shows up at your fortress.
He is huge.
Awfully profound. You must gather.
We are going into the Jagged Keep. We have the torque we needed, which is good.
Before venturing forth.
Alright. This is the Fire Giants area. Peeked at spotting you, the strapping warrior slams her shield against the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurriers in my keep! Make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas!
I'm gonna brandish my weapon. Where to fight then?
Nay, I am to fight, and you are to die.
She raises her sword to strike.
You will find no mercy in my flames.
I mean, fair enough. That's the way you want to do it. This is a big keep.
Can we not reason with the gigantic flaming marauders?
Make haste, the Prenthus will return soon to herald the assault. We found a flame collar over there on the bridge. We're just gonna use our... Oh, this is gonna suck when that blows up.
I don't think I can pull that off. I don't think I can pull that off. I don't think I can pull that off.
Behold me, mother!
Let's go fight this dude. I wonder if we can use Flames of Devotion on them. Yes, we can. At least they died of Flames of Devotion.
No prisoners!
This thing isn't doing the job. This thing isn't doing the job.
Oh, Zodi died. Also, there's a lot of explosions going on.
I'll take care of it.
Sure what we can do with the giant thing here. What is this? Oh, it's just a table. Gotcha. Cool. This was the Rathun Hall of Warriors at one point. It's not so much anymore, we killed them all. The few that were left anyways. These fire giants, you know, you think they'd be pretty good, but they're not all that tough. Except that they're sort of immune to fire or heavily resistant to fire, which makes our job a little bit tougher. We'll kill the king in a moment, we'll check his side wings first. Hello? Anybody in here?
See something. Leave it to me.
Oh, you saw something there, I see. Left or right? We'll go right.
I'll see it.
A rock slide has collapsed this section of the keep. Everybody died. Again. We're just killing everything, really. I guess we can go this way and see what's over here. Hello? Hi, everybody.
Of course.
A lot of people just died. Let's smite this one guy down. Soul annihilation, I should say. Let's not hit Joe. Let's not hit anybody. Oh, there's more of them down here. I see.
No prisoner. They'll hurt yet.
All things must come to even me.
I need something stronger.
Still got it.
You missed our attack for once.
No prisoner. I need something stronger. I'll take care of it.
You guys got that. I believe in you.
Taste this. Got you now.
I'll come help, I guess.
Yes? Of course.
And there we go. Everything died. Again. Fireless and deathless warrior's body is being ceremoniously prepared for cremation. That's kind of weird.
What is it? As you wish.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that they would cremate their dead,
What is it?
but you would think that a fire giant would be hard to cremate. It is an odd death ritual for fire giants. Although they do live in a volcano, so maybe it's not that weird.
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gone survives it?
Pretty low.
To turn around, Captain?
There's a lot of dudes in here. The Rathun warrior stands tall even among his giant brethren. With a stern sweep of his hand, he addresses the soldier at his side.
The Brentfist tarries for too long, yet only she is fit to fire the shrine. Go and ensure that she returns readily with the ancients.
It would be my honor, Bathor.
Return in victory, Rekir.
Yes, Bathor.
And remember,
The giant sweeps his gaze in your direction. When the warlord spots you, his shoulders stiffen and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back.
you are a bold one to attack us in our own seat of power. I hope you are prepared to die here, for I will soon prostrate you on the altar of Margaret and burn you for her glory.
We don't have time for this. I need to get to Eothas quickly.
And to do that without my permission, you would need to triumph over the Rathun.
He signals for his warriors to close in around you. If you won't let me pass, then I'll kill you. The warlord gives a shout, and his warriors return a thunderous battle cry. They thrust their weapons high before stomping forward. I don't need to placate these guys.
Right between the eyes.
You guys deal with them, I'll go kill a whole back line. By myself.
Right between the eyes.
Oh, there's not much of a back line left. We killed them all.
Only miss blood.
You're dead. You just don't know it yet. Maya, why were you so close to battle that time? I wasn't really paying attention to your positioning, but still, damn.
I dare you.
I want the mace. Why don't I get the giant mace?
Leave it to me. Yes?
That doesn't seem fair. I want the huge, I'm assuming, magical mace.
I'll see it done.
You stand before the shrine of Magran, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the opposing cast of her likeness. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rathun behind you fade away. Flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound, but the heat is real, licking at your skin. Then metal groans as Magran's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Eothas gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
The Rathun were in my way, so I removed them.
It is the fool that fights an ally during the hours of chaos before a victory. A battlefield can change in the blink of an eye, or the rattle of a dying commander's last breath.
She leans forward, the copper of her corroded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
The Rathun were not fit to serve their purpose. Thus it is of inconsequential matter to me. Presently I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Eothas. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
I need more time to reach Eothas.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
She inclines her head once more in a stalwart farewell. An avatar of the goddess flashes over the imposing statue before you. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. Let's do the shrine thing. Let's place the torque on the altar. A statue of Magrin towers above you, bloodied and battle-ready. The goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular, iron-slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers. We're gonna do one thing quickly before we do that, though. We missed a room or something back here. I just want to make sure we don't miss anything. We'll just fast forward. We'll go very fast and see what's in this alcove that we missed. It's a box. See? No, it's a trap.
Afraid not, Captain. Easily done. Can't take all of it.
Alright, we got gloves. 2 dexterity, 2 explosives, arcana, evocation power levels plus. Cool. See, there was something good we missed, or we would have missed. Plus 2 perception's pretty nice. What are we using again? Crackling blow, or yeah, crackling bolt, and can cause some lightning stuff. We have so many items that I haven't even bothered to look at. Like plus 2 might, plus 2 burn iron, or armor. We're still using a cloak of deflection. We have like blood fire. What's blood fire do? I don't even know. Burn damage heals instead of dealing damage. Cool. We should really go through all of these things and figure out our stats. We'll do it after we do Eothas. I'll do a quick look over of our gear and we'll redistribute some of these magical items that we haven't yet. I think that one's perception. You know what? I'm just gonna throw that on him right now. It looks really dumb though. Oh, my skin is janky. Ooh. That is messed up looking skin. I didn't realize that before. Place the torque on the altar. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, the red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowls. Lava eddies beneath the iron grating of the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. We're opening the thing. And I guess we get to go... Oh, it just moves. A statue of Magrin towers above you, eyes flaming, fists gripping her instruments of war. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron... Oh, we already did this. Descend into the depths of the ashen maw. Let's just do that. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops with a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins steadily lowering into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Eothas' colossal adra-carved dome, neck and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirling within slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. We're gonna go yell at a god. It's gonna go really badly for us, I think, but we'll see. He's really, really big.
Do we tap him on the shoulder? I don't want to startle him.
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold the...
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Eothas.
Oh my god. You're really, this can't.
I see you, Shoti. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right? Gon, your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red.
Face bright red, sweat beading her brow. Shoti stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself. A mere moment before she would have toppled over.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission. But I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far?
It is in my soul. It has always been. Greatness is my birthright.
There is little evidence to dispute your claim. You, who ended Theos and learned the secrets of the gods. Woe may befall the next god or mortal who stands in your way. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
Give me back the soul you took from me.
When I am finished here, you may have it back. Though you may find the process not painful, but traumatic nonetheless. But you have come here for other answers. Why I have returned, where I am going. Am I answering to you, or to Berith?
The gods fear you have something catastrophic in mind.
It seems the gods may have something catastrophic in mind for me.
Agrin is prepared to take drastic measures to stop you.
Margarin fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Eora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
Says the one who's killed thousands walking from Deerwood to Deadfire.
Yes. I am sacrificing lives from this generation for the benefit of those who have not yet been born. The other gods may be willing to make similar sacrifices, but they will be in vain. I am going to force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. And all the powers of hell cannot drive me from this course. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Can you be more specific? What are you trying to do?
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Shoti gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing when she glances from Eothas to you.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves, how we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
If that is so, why are you or what are you doing this time that will make any difference?
I have not come to speak, to convince, to plead, but to break the foundations of belief itself, to extinguish the lights that maintain the illusions we have created. We took on the mantles of gods from legends, and in so doing, made real what was false, crafted truth from fiction. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods. where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life.
Okay.
When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woodica reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are.
I guess that's one way to get a response.
I'm surprised Magrin is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
I kind of agree with him, actually. You know what? I'm Team Eothas now.
Go on, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
The priestess thrusts her...
thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Eothas to take it from her.
Damn it, be consistent. Either have the narrator do all of the narrations in these little cutscenes, or none of them.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me.
This doesn't make us even, you know.
Perhaps I will have another opportunity to make amends. Until then, this will have to do. Brace yourself, Watcher.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself...
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
Hey, Eothas, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest. Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Hey,
Adair
dears.
spits. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
I'm just going to assume that she narrates all of these ones.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Eothas's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Eothas' body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Eothas. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Eothas' body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Eothas' body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
Yes, it's about time.
Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Eothas' hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Eothas, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Eothas. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him. Back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who devoured the souls at Heritage Hill? Darkness roils within the soul as it awaits your response. I am.
Would that I could do it again and again, 100 times. I would never tire of it, yes.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Eothas stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together.
Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Eothas' hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Eothas push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Eothas is going to Ukaizo?
Eothas is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel?
He is going to stop the wheel.
Eothas is going to Ukaizo. Eothas is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Eothas touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
And here we are, back to the world of the living. That was a really cool encounter, and I kind of agree with Eothas, actually. A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs, and acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus, the sounds of an ongoing debate a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Eothas is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
In the brief silence, you hear Hazanui Karu's boots scrape against the tiles as she paces.
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back.
She shakes her head and chuckles with grim appreciation.
It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
Yeah, right.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Anakaza rests her chin on her fist and considers. The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The attention of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. Why is everyone here?
Ah, you're awake. Welcome back, Watcher. Your arrival in the wake of the eruption at Magrin's Teeth was alarming. You shared a great deal while you were asleep. We aren't sure what to make of it.
You look about as befuddled as I feel, Watcher.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw.
Anakaza gestures to you with an open palm.
The dead fire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira.
She looks to each of the envoys in turn.
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Kestel glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brow climbing.
What we need is brass. Roatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks off at the boom of a door slamming open. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall as everyone turns towards the noise, her hands race to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed a blockade around Queen's Birth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention.
Anakaza narrows her gaze past the open door.
Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
Anakaza begins to rise, but the courier speaks up ahead of her.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principe are...
Well, what have we here?
Oh, hi, Eothas. A confident voice booms from the open door. The motley sailors who don't hold the Huana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party.
She
A
winks.
rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
She winks, silhouette glinting in the light as she cocks her pistol high above her head.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
Anakaza grips the handrest of her throne, as if ready to vault up and attack.
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
She glowers in the direction of the throne.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
A determined-looking guard inches closer to Eothas from the edge of the court. Without looking, the Principe captain swivels her pistol to aim straight at his chest.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until whence we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas.
She grins magnanimously.
Then all bets are off again. Aye?
Yes. Well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
She crosses her arms, the wooden hand groaning.
Right you are. However,
the narrow-eyed look she settles on the room is more than a little bloodthirsty.
I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
All of us must plan for the inevitable. Even if we cooperate, Eothas wins.
Do you think so little of our chances? The Huana are built to outlast, I say. Deadfire's last cataclysm stripped the tribes of Ukaizo. This one will bring it back to us. All of this is meant to be.
Anakaza balls her hands into fists and nods, flaring her nostrils.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with the god on a rampage?
Using the barrel of her gun, she tips her hat back curiously. Eothas is going to shatter life and death while the rest of you bicker over land rights.
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
It's possible. I don't know. This isn't exactly common.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Good question.
Of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
Every cannon in Eora couldn't slow him down.
But, Watcher, you must have some solution. Some insight, at least. A weakness, or...
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority.
A pensive focused look sharpens the lines in her face. She scratches her cheek with the fingers of her wooden hand.
Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Eothas' passage opens a way through the storms.
She narrows her eyes, watching the others.
Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
You want to find Ukaizo? With Eothas on his way, I'm an Ukaizo compass.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
She scratches her chin, an eager glimmer in her eyes. Takehu grins and pats down a nest of his writhing hair.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
A hush falls across the room as Anakaza makes her proclamation.
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
Arguing like this is going to get us all killed or worse.
But do you not see? Their attachment to this fanciful mythology outpaces all reason. They would risk everything, all for the sake of some misremembered past.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now.
She rubs the barrel of her gun under her jaw thoughtfully. Then she crooks at you with a cunning grin.
While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city of gold. Whatever Eothas is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it. And then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo. Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today?
She shoots a meaningful stare at the pirates.
Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Eothas, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
She nods to us.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists.
Anakaza glares at the assembled dignitaries.
With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
She nods slowly, holding her gaze all the while.
Order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
With that, Castle turns to stride away, his shoulders set in a rigid line. Without so much as a final farewell, Eothas tips her head to the armed crew, and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they entered.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Studying you carefully, Anakaza nods and gestures for her attendants to clear the room.
Let's speak, Watcher.
Does anyone but the gods know what's going on in Adair's head?
You and Adair seem to be getting along well.
You reckon so?
She slants you a sly grin.
I mean...
Gaze downcast, Jyoti sighs, the tip of her tongue. A peak of dusty rose dabs at the corner of her mouth, leaving a glimmer of wetness.
He's a right fine fella. Kind, too. But a little old.
You care for him, don't you?
I do. I tried not to, but I can't hardly help it.
She rushes through the confession with a soft blush and a nod.
He's just so considerate and nice. If not to me, then everyone else. And he's so darn big and strong. I know my pa would have liked him. Problem is, I think he doesn't much like me, Watcher.
Have you shown him your... charms?
My what now?
Frowning, she folds her arms over her chest. I'm talking about your lady parts. I'm gonna stare pointedly, actually. She stares back, working her tongue to cover over her teeth peevishly. She blinks first.
No, I've not. Nor will I. Uninvited, that is.
With a strangled groan, she drops her head into her hands.
Which at this pace is gonna be never.
Just do it.
What should I do? You'll help me, Watcher, won't you?
Keep at it. That's all you can do for now. You should probably pester him and talk more about Eothas. No, don't do that. Keep at it. That's all you can do for now. A fierceness sharpens Jyoti's features. It vibrates through the set of her shoulders, the jut of her hip, and for a moment her lantern seems to rattle with it in determination on its holster clip.
True enough. Even I know you can't catch a stag if you don't hunt. I'll try my gone darnest. I can promise you that.
As if unable to help herself, she beams you with a bright and hopeful smile.
I hope you're right. Tell me what's on your mind.
Nothing, that's it.
Yeah, it's best we gotta move on.
Okay, we're at 42 minutes. That's the end of this video for sure. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you all next time. We'll figure out what we're gonna do about Eothas. Take care.